You're watching YCN, your local view. Program airtime is underwritten in part by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Looking to purchase your dream home, finance your business, or just find a better checking relationship? Our New Hampshire team is here to help you. We make award-winning banking happen every day. Contact us to see how we can help you. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and today we are back here at the new London Barn Playhouse, where you can experience an intimate, air-conditioned setting with no seat more than 30 feet from the stage. I'll visit with Dustin Cross, one of the costume designers who creates the costumes that complement the quality performances of the actors on stage. Our friend Hanna Flanders will give us a Sweet Beet Market update. Carol Belliveau, an artist, will give us a tour of her work now hanging at the Micro Gallery at the New London Inn. And Brett and the crew will tease us with the planning for the annual Duck Drop raising funds for the Boys and Girls Club. But first, a few words from the underwriters that make your Yankee Chronicle possible. You could become one too by contacting us at info@ycnnow.com. Please stay with us.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from the new London Barn Playhouse, but a spot many don't see. And I'm now joined by Dustin Cross, who's the costume designer for Sister Act and The Cottage this season.
That's
Hi,
so
Dustin.
Right. Hi, Abby. How are you? Thanks for having me back.
This is like your little hangout space here.
This is the fitting room that we're in right now.
All right.
So you can see some of Sister Act is culminating behind us right now. Things that people don't always see,
Yes.
the behind-the-scenes look. But yeah, getting it ready to go into fitting starting today.
Amazing. And I see some sequins, so it must be a fun little show you've got going on.
It wouldn't be a Dustin Cross show if there wasn't a sequin and a tearaway reveal, some pleather. I mean, the show takes place in 1978, disco era, sequins, gangsters, nuns. It's the perfect show.
Do you have a decade that's your favorite to fit?
I really love the 20s and the 40s.
Okay. All right, so we're not giving that to you this year.
We're not, but well, we get it in the cottage. We get almost the 40s.
True.
But this decade is so much fun.
So fun.
And I actually did the first regional redesign of this show when it left Broadway. So to come back and visit it here at the barn is like so amazing and fulfilling.
Fun. How often do you take a design you've already done and incorporate it again versus be like, I'm going to switch it up completely?
It depends on how much the show is redone regionally. I mean, quite often they will take a package and just keep doing it over and over again.
Sure.
Here at the barn, though, it's a completely different cast. The cast size is bigger here.
Okay.
So what we've done with the show is taken some of my original ideas and then made an entirely new set of costumes for this theater.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Tell us why you come back to the barn. This is your sixth season?
This is my 6th season. This will mark my 10th show here.
Okay. And
10th and 11th.
And I will brag, you've gone on to do incredible things and do incredible things, yet you still want to come back to New London. Why is that?
I will tell you, the first show I ever did here, I met 2 of my best friends at a New London establishment.
Okay.
We've been best friends ever since. We vacationed together. It showed me what family meant to this community. And then you meet the actors who come into this space and they pour their hearts into this space. I want to be a part of that. Who doesn't want to be a part of a heart?
Sure.
It's just a family. It's a unit.
A lot of people come back and say like, oh, I'm doing this on my time off, or this is my vacation, or this doesn't feel like work. It's really just a fun environment to be around. Plus, you're doing something you love too.
Agree 100%.
Yeah.
They bring me back to do something that I love with people that I love.
Amazing. How can you go wrong?
You can't say no to that.
Yeah. And to also brag for you, you recently won an award.
I did.
That is worth bragging about. Tell us.
The 2025 Drama Desk Award for my collaboration with Forbidden Broadway, who I worked with for the past 10 years.
Amazing.
As their costume designer. So it was quite Sunday we just found that out.
And what does that mean for you moving forward as a costume designer?
It means I get to say that I won a Drama Desk Award. No, I mean, it really, it's the knowing that you've gotten to a level where people that you've looked up to for years have the same exact awards.
Yes.
And you finally feel a camaraderie towards that.
Amazing.
It's nice to be recognized. Everybody loves it.
Sure, and it's like the best pat on the back you can get. Like,
Exactly.
I know what I'm doing here.
Right.
Yeah. Before I let you go, let's talk about The Cottage, which is a little bit different than Sister Act. That's the second show you're designing this summer, which is not a title that a lot of people might recognize, but definitely worth coming to see.
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, the clothes are phenomenal in that show. We're going into the 1940s. It takes place in an English countryside cottage. Quite the little farce, quite the little romp. Just the amount of detail you can put into men's suiting and women's outfits of that time period is phenomenal.
Amazing.
Beyond that, it was fantastic on Broadway. It started in a theater that I'm actually the regional designer at now, the Engelman Theater.
Okay.
And then transferred onto Broadway. And now to be able to do it here in New London, it's something brand new for this audience. So that's so exciting.
And you leave here after Sister Act opens and then come back for The Cottage. What are you doing in the meantime?
I go back to the Engelman to do Footloose.
Fun.
And then to the Berkshires to do the Mousetrap, Agatha Christie.
Ooh.
Yes, murder mystery. And then come back here for The Cottage.
And then there's summer.
And then that's the whole summer.
And we'll see what comes up for next summer, right?
I will definitely be back if they'll have me.
Fingers crossed, we can talk to HR.
Yes.
Dustin Cross, congratulations on
you.
so much success and always coming back to the barn. It's wonderful.
Thanks so much, Abby.
Thank you. Up next, we'll head over to Bradford to hear from Hanna at Sweet Beet Market, where they're all about bringing our community together through the joy of fresh and local food. First, these words from another YCN underwriter. Please thank them because they make our show possible.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner. For books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Shop local, eat local, and love local. Let's now head over to the Sweet Beet Market and Cafe to hear why that is their motto. Hi, Hanna.
Thanks, Abby. Yeah, we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary this year here at Sweet Beet. We're part of the Kearsarge Food Hub nonprofit, and I just so happen to be standing in front of all these glorious vegetables, which is truly how it all began. We started it as a little farm stand across town, growing our own veggies, selling veggies and other products from local farmers, and 10 years later, here we are at Sweet Beet Market and Cafe at 11 West Main Street in Bradford. Folks might expect to find all of these delicious, fresh, local fruits and veggies here at Sweet Beet Market. What you might not expect is that we have all sorts of other products. We actually source from 250 local and regional vendors from throughout our state, from throughout New England. You can find flowers, you can find chocolate, you can find granola bars and snacks. I feed my kids out of this market and cafe. I'm very grateful. We have some new products in from the coast. We have Atlantic mackerel. Sure, we have fresh pasta. We have yalla hummus. We have mushrooms. We have Micro Mama's kimchi. And one thing I love about shopping here is all of these signs you see here tell you exactly where your food is coming from. It tells you if it's organic. It tells you the town it's coming from. And we have most of our fruit and veggie producers within a 50-mile radius. So not only is the produce fresh and delicious, but you're knowing when you spend dollars here that you're sending money back into the pockets of our local and regional farmers, which is so important for our food security. Everybody's favorite food is cheese, right? Okay, maybe not, but we have an incredible cheese selection from all sorts of local cheese producers here in the state and neighboring states. Delicious yogurt, milk. Dairy is a cornerstone in New Hampshire agriculture, so we're always delighted to have the staples, have the things you need, and bring in new dairy products all the time. It's grilling season, so we have a wide variety of local meats from our local meat producers. Bison, bacon, pork, beef, ground beef for your burgers, lamb from Kiss a Canary Farm right here in Bradford. And the really cool part about this local meat selection is it's highly sustainable when it's coming from these local farmers. So if you need some prepared foods, we also have a cafe here. So we have an amazing menu for service on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, 9 to 2. But if you're coming in during market hours, you can also grab a wide array of delicious prepared foods from our incredible cafe crew. You can get wraps, you can get soups, you can get grain bowls and salads. Our chicken salad is back. That is a favorite. And let's check this out. And we have our spring menu, which is going to be rocking through the beginning of July. So you're not going to want to miss this because we have fresh asparagus on several dishes, including our spring fling breakfast sandwich. It's everybody's favorite right now, so come on in and try it out. We know your lives are busy, and so this variety of frozen meals is a really great offering to have. You know, you can come check out these veggie burgers, pierogies, shiitake pot pies. It's really great to have these in your freezer. I know I use them all the time when time is short and I want something delicious. Specifically, you need to try these lemongrass pork dumplings from May Dumplings. They're delicious. We're so excited to have you join us. Come visit us. It's a destination here at Sweet Beet Market and Cafe in Bradford, New Hampshire. Bring your friends, bring your family. We are celebrating all year long the incredible progress we've made in our local food system together over the past 10 years. We're going to have awesome events. We're going to have delicious food. We have plants, and you know, you can sit outside, you can sit inside. Just come visit us. Come taste what it's all about, and we hope to see you here soon.
Thanks, Hannah, and thank you and your team's effort to bring food back home. When we come back, we'll visit the Micro Gallery at the New London Inn and meet one of the artists now showing there. But first, another business that supports YCN and the other organizations you know and love. Support them because they support the things you love.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and backup generators. Their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. HR and Kearsarge Heating.
Sister Act. Based on the movie starring Whoopi Goldberg, this musical follows disco diva Dolores' life when it takes a surprising turn after she witnesses a murder. Placed under protective custody, she's hidden in the one place she shouldn't be found, a convent. Encouraged to help the struggling choir, she helps her fellow sisters find their true voice as she unexpectedly rediscovers her own. With a lively score inspired by Motown, soul, and disco music, Sister Act is a feel-amazing musical comedy smash. While there are some adult subjects within this musical, Sister Act is a fabulous, family-friendly, feel-good show and is guaranteed to raise the roof.
I'm Abby Peel, the host of your Yankee Chronicle, and welcome back. The Center for the Arts is now an exciting organization that promotes arts activities and artists in our Lake Sunapee region. One of their focuses is providing public spaces for artists to show their works. In that vein, they have created several micro galleries around the area, and one is at the New London Inn. Let's drop in and meet one of the artists showing there. Hi, Carol.
Well, I've always been interested in art, like pretty much everybody that's an artist. My mother used to give me craft things to do when I was little, and I used to love doing that. It was a quiet time for me, kind of get away from the family. And then in high school, I got into painting and drawing and etc. I was going to study art in college, and my uncle talked me out of it. He said I wouldn't love it if I did it for work, and that made sense to me at the time. So then I had a serious injury and had to quit my job, and that's when I got into painting full time. So initially it was about healing for me, trying to find ways to not feel my pain, and painting did that for me, using my right brain. And so the colors and the shapes and the messages that came through for me really helped me with that journey. Fortunately, I'm not in pain anymore, but the joy and the colors are really huge for me in terms of what I do with my art. People can recognize my art usually by the colors, and they say, oh, it's a joyful painting, that's a Carol painting. So, and that makes me happy, because I think for me, it's about spreading joy and looking at things in a different way that other people may not look at things. And joy is something we all need in our life right now. This is a piece with hydrangeas in it, and as you see in the background, there's lots of texture, there's lots of different layers in it. I like to layer and experiment and really play with the different mediums, paints, paper, collage, whatever it may be, pencils, pens, crayons, markers. Well, this piece I actually created for a restaurant bar in Northampton, Mass. And the colors were really different, and I didn't like them. So what I often will do is paint over. So you can, it had a lot more of the browns in it. And for me, I was going with the colors they were using, but for me, the yellows and the oranges and the pinks and the brightness is really, really important. There's even some gold and some glittery things in here, and I don't know if you can see them, but there's a lot of paper that I use underneath here, old books and dictionaries and whatever suits me, I will put in there. This one, there's even a piece of old jewelry that I put in here. So I'll pretty much try anything. So this piece is called We Make Beautiful Music. With this piece, I just started literally playing, putting colors on and different shapes. And then what I did with the background, you see all the different colors, I put tape on and then covered the painting with yellow. And then when I took the tape off, the different colors were underneath. So it helps give me a really interesting background. And then the flowers are music, musical notes, etc. And so once I put them in there, the title of it came right to me, of We Make Beautiful Music. And then this one, this has had a long journey. It's been it really started out as a daisy, but if something's not speaking to me, I just keep going back into it. And so this one really became about texture. So there's all kinds of, this is the paper that they make glitter out of, and this is like an old coffee cup cooler from Starbucks or something like that, and this is the paper that they used to put on the edge of computer papers when they would rip them off. Many of you may not know that, but so I really started playing with textures and then different papers. There's part of an envelope here, again, some music, some pictures from a magazine of those little umbrellas. So even the papers that I tend to put in are joyful for me. And so the title of this one is called Loves Me. It reminded me of picking the petals off of the daisy and of course ending up with Loves Me. And my name is Carol Belliveau, and you can find me on Instagram with carol.belliveau, Belliveau. I also have a website, which is carolbelliveau.com. And I would love to hear from you if you ever have any questions or would like to show my work. I'd be happy to do that.
Thank you, Carol, and thank you to the Center for the Arts for making these artist venues possible. If you would like to know more about their activities and their mission, go to their website, Center for the Arts, NH. When we return, Brett Cusack and his team will give us a preview of this year's Duck Drop at Mount Sunapee Resort, raising funds to sustain the efforts from the Boys and Girls Club. As we go to this break, let's take a look at the few region events happening in the next couple weeks.
We've got the Carnuts Cruise Nights behind Sugar River Bank, which happen on the 2nd and 4th Monday, May through September. Right behind the Sugar River Bank from 6 to 8 p.m. we have classic cars, trucks, cruise-ins. There are giveaways, food trucks. It's beautiful. We have our summer Concerts on the Common series, which kicks off June 22nd all the way through August 30th. We've got a great lineup this year. We've got old favorites, new bands. We've got some Saturday night specials. So bring a lawn chair, bring your friends and family. It's a great time just to enjoy this beautiful space. We have our 4th Wings and Wheels event coming up at the Parlin Field Airport right here in Newport, and new this year we're going to be on the paved runway. So we look forward to inviting planes, cars, trucks, motorcycles, you name it. We've got fun stuff happening, bounce house for the kids, again, live music, food trucks, and a day of fun. For more information on all of our events, be sure to check us out at newportnhchamber.org and check out our Facebook, Instagram, we're even on TikTok, all the things. We'll see you soon.
We're here at the First Baptist Church in New London, where 4 of our 5 concerts will take place. So we start our first concert on June 28th, a Saturday evening, at the Sawyer Theater at Colby Sawyer College here in New London. And as tradition has it, it will be the Boston Civic Symphony, conducted by Francisco Noya. And we have invited a remarkably wonderful cellist named Ashley Bathgate to play Camille Saint-Saëns Cello Concerto No. 1 in A minor with the symphony. And Ashley Bathgate is actually the artistic director of Avalock Farms Musical Institute in Boscawen, New Hampshire. After a sensational worldwide career as a solo cellist, she decided to stay here in the area with the Avalock Farm Institute, and we are so lucky to have her. The program is phenomenal. As well as the Saint-Saëns Concerto, the orchestra will also be playing a piece by Robert Schumann and Richard Wagner. It's a very exciting program. So our ticket prices have not changed. We are still adults $25 and students $5, and they are available online, by telephone, also by check or cash at Tatewell Gallery or the Morgan Hill Bookstore here in New London. And we hope to see you at the concerts. We are absolutely thrilled with the summer's program, and I'm sure you will be too.
Stay with us as we raise a few funds by highlighting one of our underwriters.
This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle, hosted here by the New London Barn Playhouse. I'm Abby Peel. Every year, one of the highlights of Columbus Day weekend is the annual duck drop at Mount Sunapee. Let's hear what's in store for this year and why they do it. Hi, Brett.
We're getting really excited for this year's duck drop. Last year was our 8th year, very successful year. We ended up doing $153,000 for the Boys and Girls Club. And this year we are on track to break the $1 million mark after 9 successful years. So the reason why we do this is we try to come together with a lot of the local businesses and create a tremendous amount of revenue for the Boys and Girls Club of this great region.
Yeah, so here in the Sunapee Kearsarge region, we have several locations, and because of the efforts of Brett and his team and Sunapee, this event is really helping us grow in the Newport, New London, Kearsarge, and Andover, Sutton, all of our sites here where we're serving the youth in your community. So it's because of these efforts and the people who attend this awesome event that we can continue to do what we do. So we offer before care and after school care services, as well as early childhood in the Warner location. And the monies that are raised at these events, they help us serve the meals that we do, provide different programs, be it art programs, sports camps, all these different things that, again, are here for the youth in your community. So that we can continue to do what we do.
So this year we have amazing sponsors. Last year we had a total of 63 local businesses partner for the event. Once again, Crown Point Cabinetry and Brian and his team are going to be one of the main sponsors. Mount Sunapee always steps up as a big sponsor. Obviously my company, North Cape Design. Danconia Media creates the website for us, which is nhduckdrop.com. And it's just a lot of really great companies that come together each year. So on the day of the event, everybody comes and they buy ducks, and the ducks are labeled and they're registered to each person individually. And they ride this chairlift all the way to the top of the mountain, where there's tremendous amount of prizes and targets that you're shooting your ducks at. And it's just a lot of fun. You'll see a lot of laughter, a lot of people smiling, and it's just grown into be such a wonderful community event. And if you want to buy ducks ahead of time, which we highly recommend, we do sell out every year, or you're a local business that wants to jump on board, just go to nhduckdrop.com and everything's right there for you.
And this year, we hope you can join us on October 12th, right here at Mount Sunapee, for this amazing, unique, fun family event.
Thank you, Brett, and to your great team. And thank you to the New London Barn Playhouse for hosting us these past 2 weeks, as they are already into their 93rd summer season. They are one of the oldest continuously operating summer theaters in New Hampshire. Join us next week for another edition of your Who, What, Where, and When show of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region. We'll make our annual visit to Spring Ledge Farm in New London. We'll visit with Greg Berger, the owner, as he shows us around the unique in-town farm. We'll meet a couple more artists showing at the Center for the Arts Micro Gallery at the New London Inn. Pam Burke will give us a preview of the Newberry Old Home Day and fireworks. And we'll close with a very unique Kearsarge Indian Museum in Warner. Our next Game of the Week replay is the 2024 Newport versus Lebanon football game. All of our games replay at noon and 7 p.m. on Sundays and Mondays. Check out ycnnow.com for the most up-to-date schedules and on-demand viewing of all of our shows. I want to thank the good folks here at the New London Barn Playhouse, where their mission is to enrich and entertain our community with the highest quality theater created by talented emerging artists in collaboration with accomplished professionals. They are another great business that supports your Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel. Join us again next week at the same time from Spring Ledge Farm.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner. For books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.